This recording is for you if you've started this year feeling like you have nothing to offer. Maybe you started out on your mission as an entrepreneur, setting up a business, wanting to be a leader, feeling like you had something to say, some skills to bring forward, some frustrations that you wanted to voice. And you began that journey full of optimism. But suddenly something has shifted where you feel like your brain is empty, like you have nothing to offer and you feel lost. If that's you at the moment, I really want to talk to you today. And I really relate to this challenge of this is something that our brains do. Now, my name's Nicola Harker. I'm a doctor and an empowerment coach. I particularly work with amazing women, entrepreneurs and leaders who really want to blaze with their energy, but are frustrated by the fact that they're either spinning plates or firefighting everybody else's problems, or not really bringing themselves forth into the world. This is my mission. And my mission comes from my background of being a doctor, being highly trained, being very experienced. I've been a doctor for more than 20 years, of having the courage to leave the NHS, full of ambition, but noticing that I too felt like I had nothing to offer, even with all those qualifications and experience. I went through this myself. And I know how paralyzing it is. You can actually really persuade yourself to not go any further at this point if you're having those thoughts. But I really want to give you some pointers today in this recording. So the brain loves to do this. The brain loves to cook up this idea that you have nothing to offer. And when we go into threat mode, your thinking can go completely blank. You can stop feeling creative. And when you feel that hesitation, that is not the time to stop moving forward. But I know how tempting that is. There's a real need for you to bring your light into the world. Your community needs you. Your family needs you to be your best and fullest self, to be bringing your powers forward. So now is not the time to retreat. There's a real need for your skills in the world, but your brain is trying to persuade you otherwise. And actually now more than ever, this is really important, because with all the negative news that's going on, it's really easy to get tripped up into threat mode and to believe that, oh, this is going to be a really tough year. Everything's too difficult. Nobody can afford to pay, or whatever it is that your brain is cooking up. And a lot of people will retreat. So if you want to succeed, now is the time to master these challenges. It's so, so important for you to not retreat, to not stay standing on the edge of the pool, that horrible feeling of like, I could be doing this, other people are doing this, why am I not doing it? It's such a horrible place to stay. I know that you want to move off this square. So we know that the world needs you. I know that you have unique talents, you have unique abilities, you have your way of bringing things into the world, but your brain is wanting to tell you that it's all been done before, other people can do it better. And you're in this moment of hesitation. Now, I've been thinking about this for more than 10 years, and I've been coaching lots of women in the last 5 years around these particular challenges. And I want to share 3 particular areas for you to focus on this week to help you with this challenge of feeling like, I have nothing to offer, I really have nothing to say, which I know is a really big trap to fall into. So the first is around psychology mastery, is understanding the way that your brain wants to work, and to start cultivating some ways for you to bring yourself out of that self-doubt mode. And a very simple way of doing that is to start asking yourself powerful questions. When have you last been in flow? When did you last feel like you could really do this? And what were the factors that were going on then? Can you get yourself back to that place? But also, what are the questions you need to be asking yourself now to shift your mindset, to get yourself thinking differently? And how can you harness your physiology to bring yourself out of threat mode, to soothe that tendency that your brain has to shut down all your creative thinking and to bring yourself back into a more creative state. I know that you will know ways to do that, but you're maybe dismissing them and thinking they're not important right now. They're really, really important. So that's number one. Number two is about your energy and your focus. How consciously are you managing your energy and your focus? And what I mean by that is that if you're just spreading yourself thinly, trying to do everything, trying to be something to everybody, trying to deal with other people's stuff, getting distracted by stories and conflicts, that's going to make this much more difficult for you. So what can you do today to bring yourself back to focusing on recharging your energy, refocusing your mind so that you're ready to put your best foot forward? And then the third area, which is a big area that, you know, when I was a doctor, I never thought about these things, is around the skills of influencing. Have you even given yourself permission to influence? That's my first question for you today around influencing. Have you given yourself permission to influence, or are you still hesitating and waiting for someone to ask? Now, I'm going to be making more of these recordings to stimulate your thinking, to help you to move forward in the ways that you want to, but also in the way that the world really needs you right now. And I hope that you'll spend some time, just a few minutes today, thinking about the questions that I've raised in this recording. Let me know your thoughts. Come back to me with your questions. I'm always curious to hear about where you're getting stuck, where you disagree with what I'm saying, and where we can have a conversation to help you to move forward. Keep me posted. I look forward to seeing you soon.